Mr. Ibu's wife taking donation money and seeking for a new iPhone 15 Pro Max and also a new house with new cars. So guys, on today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest update on Mr. Ibu's health condition and family crisis that has arisen as a result of the donation money donated for Mr. Ibu's health condition. Ever since Mr. Ibu came out online to solicit for help for Nigerians have been so considerate and concerned over the health of the Nollywood ace actor Mr. Ibu, because when Mr. Ibu came out to solicit for help over his health condition, a lot of Nigerians were so considerate and they started donating their different cash and also money in order for them to sustain the lives of the Nollywood actor. Now, based on his health condition, Mr. Ibu has successfully undergone 5 different surgeries in a very good, reputable hospital. And also, Mr. Ibu's one of his legs were amputated in order for them to sustain his life. Because as a result of that, a lot of people are saying it could be as a diabetes. Mr. Ibu could be suffering from diabetes, which was recognized at the deadly stage, like the late stage. So they needed his legs to be amputated in order for them to save his life. So currently, Mr. Ibu's leg has been amputated in order for them to be able to sustain his life and also keep him going. But based on the reports and going on based on a popular blog on Facebook, it has been reported that Mr. Ibu's wife is seeking for the donation money in order for her to change her lifestyle. It has now come to the concern of us because Mr. Ibu's wife is seeking for a new iPhone 15 Pro Max, a new car, and also to rent a new apartment. I feel like Mr. Ibu's wife is one of the reasons why Mr. Ibu is overthinking all those things. Because the first time Mr. Ibu came out, or there was a news about Mr. Ibu and his wife having some form of difficulties, and Mr. Ibu's wife, Stella Maris, came out to say that Mr. Ibu and Jasmine were having illicit affairs. Whereas Mr. Ibu came out to disclaim that both him and Jasmine were not in any form of romantic relationship, but they were just like father and daughter. And of a truth, Jasmine is not the biological daughter of Mr. Ibu, but she is an adopted daughter. And ever since then, Jasmine has been taking very good care of Mr. Ibu while him and his wife were having issues. As of the first time, when news went round on social media about Mr. Ibu and his wife having some form of clashes, Mr. Ibu made narrations that his wife was lazy and was not working in order for her to provide or aid in his own contribution for supporting the family. Then Mr. Ibu's wife also came out to say that Mr. Ibu is having romantic affair or relationship with his so-called daughter Jasmine, whereas because Mr. Ibu was always seen around with Jasmine, they were always skitting or acting movies or doing comedy shoots out on the social media in order for him to make money. Because as it is now, Mr. Ibu is not acting like before, like he's not making money from acting. So most of the money he's making is from either ambassadorial deals or skit comedies that he creates with Jasmine. And it has also been reported that Jasmine has been the one taking care of Mr. Ibu even when he was ill at the first time, and his wife never contributed a dime to Mr. Ibu's health condition at the first time when it was alleged that Mr. Ibu was critically ill. It was Jasmine who was taking care of him, his health bills, food, and even medical bills. Like everything was all on Jasmine, and she was trying as much as possible to take care of Mr. Ibu since the wife did not have any means of livelihood but was still leeching off from Mr. Ibu. Now, of recent times, it now seems as though Mr. Ibu's wife was even like she has now repented of every other thing, but not knowing that a lazy woman has always been a lazy woman, and she just came in now so that people can call her good names or can say, okay, she's taking care of Mr. Ibu, whereas she is all doing that for just clout chasing. Now, recently there has been videos and pictures of Mr. Ibu's wife, like chat exposed exposing her, claiming that Mr. Ibu's wife has not really been doing the most for Mr. Ibu, even while he is still in the hospital. As of recent times, there was a video circulating around on social media about Mr. Ibu thanking his wife, that his wife has been in a lot more help to him, whereas all those things were just for cloud chasing and just to make sure paint her name to be very good. Now, there has been a chart shared by one of the famous blogs on the internet space exposing Mr. Ibu's wife and how she took donation money in order for her to buy a new iPhone 15, a new car, and also to rent a new apartment, even while Mr. Ibu is still in critical condition. Now, according to the chart, this was sent by one of Jasmine's friend, and it seems as though Jasmine's life is in danger. He said, "Oba, good morning. Hope you are fine. Please, I want to tell you something that is going on in Mr. Ibu's life. Jasmine said I shouldn't tell you yet, but I can't keep quiet. When Mr. Ibu fell sick, it was Jasmine who took him to the hospital, and Mr. Ibu and his wife were not in good terms. She told Jasmine to beg the husband so she could come visit them, and Jasmine did. So she came to the hospital and made videos of her shaving husband's beard, that is Mr. Ibu's beard. When donations started coming in, I went to the hospital to visit them. I learned that the wife was saying they should buy her a new car, an iPhone 15, and also pay her rent from the money. When Mr. Ibu have not even done any surgery, then they opened a new account for the donation, and they refused to give the woman access to the account, that is Mr. Ibu's wife. She has been bitter ever since then. She is always talking of changing her lifestyle, blah blah blah. Before me, one guy was saying he wants to sell his properties. I was forced to ask the guy who he was to Mr. Ibu, and he said he is the wife's cousin. That's the same guy that was in the video with the lady when they were calling out AGN. The same guy told Jasmine that I will see the chop. That is, they should share the money between themselves when Mr. Ibu is not well yet. One of Jasmine's friends went to visit Mr. Ibu, and the wife used her own account to collect 1 million naira and never sent it to the donation account. Now, this is the evidence. Now, they are taking Jasmine's name to native doctor that she is blocking their way. Please, I don't want anything to happen to her. The native doctor called Jasmine. Jasmine doesn't want to cry out. I am speaking up for her since she is still covering up for them. The day Mr. Ibu did his first surgery, he kept saying, my wife want to kill me with court boys. Please, I don't know how we can beg the government to carry him. The wife doesn't love him. There are evidence of him saying his wife wants to kill him. They are planning to take over the account. So guys, this is the receipt of the 1 million naira that Mr. Ibu's wife, even from the beneficiary name, you will see that it was Telamaris Chinyere Okafor that received, that is Mr. Ibu's wife, that receives the money. So all those things are coming up. Mr. Ibu's life is actually being threatened, and based on this report, it has been that Mr. Ibu's wife has even gone to the extent of spirituality in order for her to gain the money donated to Mr. Ibu. Now, Jasmine has been trying in as much as possible to be keeping her cool, because all her priority right now is to make sure that Mr. Ibu is back on his feet as before. But whereas it seems as though his wife is not concerned about him, as only she is concerned about herself and her lifestyle, disregarding Mr. Ibu and his health conditions. So all those videos you have been seeing online were all fake. Like, all those videos were not actually true. All those videos were just so that people can see that, okay, Mr. Ibu's wife is actually taking care of him, whereas she is not doing that. That is why, in as much as possible, it is very important to marry a very good wife. Mr. Ibu has been having cases and clashes with his wife, as even on some videos seen before Mr. Ibu's health condition came out on the social media, Mr. Ibu doesn't go out most times with his wife. If he wants to go out, or maybe any of his occasion, it is usually with Jasmine. Even his 40 years on screen, it was Jasmine who sponsored the party and made sure that Mr. Ibu had his a splendid day on that day, and his wife never contributed anything. Even the first video when they both had clashes, Mr. Igbo said that his wife doesn't respect him and his wife doesn't even look after him or is concerned about him. All she's concerned is giving herself a good life, giving herself and her children a better life, whereas Mr. Igbo is trying on the other end just to make ends meet for himself and his family. So guys, what do you think concerning this particular matter? Because I feel like Mr. Igbo's wife has a lot of explanation to do as regarding to this matter. So drop your comment down on the comment section. I'll be seeing you guys on my next post. Thank you, God bless, and have a nice day.